We wrote and directed a comedy feature film called The Prospect that will be available to buy or rent February 3rd.
I was going to say that.
I was going to say that. Dude, do you think they can tell it took us 40 takes to get that right?
Midnight?
Milkshake.
Look, sorry to open so hot, but it's true. We've spent the last few years writing and directing and editing and producing a comedy feature film. It's, by the way, it's like an actual movie.
Yeah, it's like a real movie. Like, it's like good. Like, dare I say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like not to put any other movie down, but our movie's better than a lot of movies.
Also,
like, a lot of real movies, our movie is
But
more
our movie
real
is a
than.
real movie.
Our movies, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like Martin Scorsese, like he's on the Tonight Show and he's like, my picture is a real picture.
My picture's a real picture.
It's like a lot of real pictures.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
But no, like we had like crew, we had cast even. Cast and crew. Because originally we were just gonna have a crew, and then we got there, we started filming. I'm like, okay, no one's in the frame.
Yeah, we're like, wait,
let's get the cast in here.
Okay, we need actors. And at first we didn't have a script, and we were like, wait, what's gonna happen? Yeah. No, but
it got to do with
for real. You might know us also from like internet content mostly, like just like kind of silly little internet videos and then our podcast. But like our movies, like it's good. It's like
I think you'll
good.
like it.
You'll like it.
I'm speaking to you specifically.
And I think like we talk about this a lot, but we wanted to make a movie that felt like the studio comedies that we really like that we don't really see being made anymore.
Yeah.
Like kind of like that 2010s vibe. It's kind of like an Easy A, Super Bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite-y. Well, okay, like let me hit you with the pitch for this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, because all right, here's like
pitch the movie to me, Robert.
Well, thank you. Hey.
Maybe I'll give you some money.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
we split this 50-50.
Yeah, but then you guys don't need to know that. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
we're really out on a limb financially and creatively.
And you really need to buy or rent it so we can recoup some of our investment.
But anyway, it's called The Prospect. It's being distributed by X4 Pictures.
Yes.
Shout out X4. And it's just going to be available to buy or rent February 3rd on all platforms. The trailer is dropping this Friday, January 23rd.
Yes.
It's going to be on my channel. Collab posted with Dana's channel if you'd rather just engage with Dana.
Yeah.
I think you'll legit like it.
No, I think you guys are really going to like it.
I think you'll like it. Well, when we took it to festivals and stuff, literally the festival people were always surprised that people liked it.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, so when you go to a lot of these like small festivals, they'll do like a Q&A after your screening. And the person who was interviewing us, they had never seen the movie before. Always like they had just been their first time watching the movie. And always, without fail, they would be like into the mic, wow, that was really good. They were asked the director some questions, but like that's the effect it has. Like you're gonna be like, that was really good.
Yeah. So the premise, it's about like the premise is it's about a high school senior who gets rejected from every college he applied to. So he hatches a scheme to pose as like an elite baseball prospect in order to trick a college into giving him an athletic scholarship, despite the fact that he's never played a sport in his life. So it is very much like Accepted meets the college admission scandal.
Yeah.
Premise-wise.
So, like, it's basically the idea. I don't know if you guys ever saw, but Lori Loughlin obviously went to jail for this, but she basically
had her kids pretend to be college athletes in order to get a free ride to college.
And we were like, oh, what if like a poor kid tried to do that?
Yeah.
And so that's this movie. And it was heavily inspired by like Blades of Glory. We really like those kind of like 2000 sports comedies.
Well, we watched Blades of Glory and we literally were like, it's just so, I mean, it's a crazy movie, but
obviously.
it's so like, it's just like this crazy idea, just very explored.
Yes.
It's like, let us just take this crazy idea from its inception to its conclusion.
Yeah. And it's very like antics based and really funny. I think we did a good job. I think it's a very thorough exploration of its premise, and it does answer the question, what if you tried to scam your way into college by pretending you were an athletic recruit even though you don't play sport?
Which I know has been all on your minds.
Yes. You've all been wondering. I wonder if that could work for me.
Yeah.
And we've also had I remember, I think one dad was like, oh, my son is a college baseball player and this actually tracks for me.
Which is funny because we did no research.
Yeah, we did no research. We did no research, but we have the endorsement of the father of a college athlete who literally watched our movie and said, yeah, I could see how this could work.
Oh, and by the way, to address, we've obviously said it's like a high school movie and the lead is a high school senior.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the lead.
Yeah,
it was
no, don't worry.
Pretty immediately that I looked too old. Fair enough. Dana is the exact same age as me.
Yeah.
She is playing a high schooler.
I do play a high schooler in it.
But yeah, it's called The Prospect. So eyes peeled. Also, like, again, like we did do like a really good festival run. I remember like one time we showed up to the Phoenix Film Festival.
Yes.
Because we showed up the first day and like we go to like the behind the scenes people to be like, oh yeah, when is our movie screening?
To get our badges.
And this like lady would just check and she's like, oh, it sold out. Like we sold out all the screenings.
Like we literally had a sold out weekend at a random theater in Phoenix and the people there loved it. Like again, also getting to hear it in the theater and like
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying. I know you're like, this is your movie. Of course you would say that. People like laugh, dude. It's funny.
It is funny.
It's funny.
But no, we got some really funny. Again, I think watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I think watch the trailer.
Watch the trailer.
The trailer communicates vibe.
It does.
It does communicate vibe. Also, look, not to bring out the big guns, but it did win Best Low Budget Film at the Golden Swan Zurich Film Festival.
Yeah, it
It's true.
did. So
I bet you.
So what about
now?
that? What
What
about
about
that?
it?
What about it?
Here's the thing about a comedy movie that is funny is it is objective. Do you know what I mean? It's like, are people
laughing or not?
Or not?
Yeah, and it's not one of those like freaking dramedies. No hate, no shade to dramedies. No shade to a dramedy.
No shade to dramedies.
If you like dramedies, that's fine. This is not a freaking dramedy, okay?
Yeah.
Like, we wrote this to like make you lol, not like make you chortle. It's not clever, okay? It is clever, but it's not like, that's very smart. That was a very smart observation. Not that.
It's not
It's
about
not
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pretentious.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is just like, it's like a fun straight up, like, again,
Yeah.
we said this, and when we said this to like film people, you could see in their eyes they weren't impressed.
Yeah.
But it's like a Disney Channel original movie with like,
Swearing.
yeah, with some swearing and some like network comedy jokes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like, that is what it is.
It is. It has like, it's decom for grown-ups.
It's a comedic decom
Yeah.
for grown-ups. And when I say this, I'm like, it's a miracle why didn't people give us a $100 million budget for it? I wonder. But yeah, but also like, this is, and I talked about this in like a video I posted on my channel, not to get too synergy with it, but it is funny. Like people are always like, they love to be like, oh yeah, you can make a movie for nothing now. Just shoot it on your iPhone, man. Yeah. And then those same people, you show them a movie you shot on your iPhone. They're like, oh, that just looks like shit. What, you shoot
This is
this on your
garbage.
iPhone?
Yeah. So yeah, we did it. We did it big.
So anyway, we did not shoot this on iPhone. We
No.
got like real crew people.
Yeah.
And I think you'll really enjoy it. I think
More
if you throw it on,
people-
you'll watch it.
More people worked on this than on Avatar.
And that's one of those things that it's like, I would love to be sued over Shane. Actually, our movie had a bigger cast and crew than Avatar. And our movie is what Avatar is based on.
Our movie is the original source material for James Cameron's Avatar.
So if you ever have seen James Cameron's Avatar, you have to see this movie.
Yeah, because otherwise you're stealing from us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our marketing plan is to get into a highly contentious lawsuit with James Cameron. I see no way to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the poster. It's between us. Look how colorful that thing is.
Doesn't that look fun? Don't you want to see that?
Do you want to watch the trailer on Friday?
Yeah, don't you want to watch the trailer on Friday, January 23rd?
January 23rd trailer.
Don't you want to buy or rent it on anywhere that you can buy or rent anything on February 3rd?
Dude, it's going to be on airlines too.
Yeah.
So if you're in the skies, you will be able to watch this.
And it watches great on a flight.
It was designed to be
It was
watched
designed,
but on the
yes.
back of someone's chair.
Yes.
Well, you know how like they're always being like cinema is meant to be seen in the theaters. It's like this was meant to be watched on the smallest screen possible. It's like it's meant to be watched like, you know, like you're jostling between people and with a flight with a lot of turbulence, and then you're watching our movie.
Yeah.
That's what our movie's designed for. And you know what? This is one of those things like I'll just be walking around the gym and I'll be like, man, these people have no idea that I've got a movie coming out February 3rd.
Dude, amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe that ice cream man wouldn't have been so rude to me if he knew I had a movie coming out February 3rd
Whenever there's
on
a-
all platforms and airlines. Yeah.
Dude, whenever I'm at the gym and a group of teen boys just kind of pushes past me.
Yeah.
This happens a lot nowadays.
Right. When did teens get so big? We were talking about that. They're freaking huge. There's like these groups of teenagers that go to our gym that they're 6'3", and I always think it's like a group of men from behind, and then they turn around and they have the faces of babies. And I'm like, what? Also, you realize grown men don't travel in packs like that.
Teen
I think
boys
that's
travel in packs.
That's what's so sinister about them is I'm like, it's never just one teen boy. It's like 5 teen boys. And like, again, I'm like, there is rarely a heavier energy or like they just take up so much space.
Yeah. Well, it is just like, okay, like here's the thing. When 4 teen boys are like together in like a space, I do think it's like if I was working out in the gym and I just saw like 4 iguanas, you know, walking toward me. Cause I'm like, okay, all right, like I guess in theory you're not deadly.
No.
But also like I am worried about you all attacking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, they could just like turn around and decide they wanted to freaking kill me.
Well, I was working out on a machine,
Yeah.
and then there was one teen boy using the machine to my right, but then his 3 friends were all like orbiting that machine around him. And so like there's like this group right here of teen boys, and I'm like, well, as I'm like working on this machine, I'm like, what would happen if they just all turned on me?
Yeah.
And just started beating the shit out of me.
Beating the shit out of you. And they could do that. Okay, I had a almost like jump scare moment the other day. I'm on the treadmill. I have like my headphones in. I hear like teen boys talking like in my direction, and I like literally get like flashback to high school of like being bullied by like mean teen boys in my high school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please don't be talking to me. Please don't be talking to me. I look up, they're not talking to me. They're talking to the person on the treadmill behind me, which is one of their other teen boyfriends. And I'm like, truly in that moment, I like had that visceral fight or flight of like when teen boys at my school were like going like, Dana, what's up? Like pretending to like be friends with me because
Yeah.
they thought I was a loser, and that would be so funny if they were homies with Dana.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's it's traumatic.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize maybe the teen boy thing's more traumatic for Dana than me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Dude, what if the teen boys at the gym try to pretend to be homies with you as a joke?
Literally, that like is a fear of mine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please don't try to be homies. Pretend with me.
Yeah. Dude, it is just like, here's the thing. Our gym is dominated by these packs of teen boys, but then I gotta be honest, the locker room of my gym is dominated by naked old men. Okay, how is it that naked old men in gym locker rooms are so naked?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, sometimes it's like, how are you that? I didn't think there were levels of naked.
Yeah.
But like they are on a
Old
different
people
level
at the gym are
of
on a
naked.
level.
I think it's because they have just like kind of like loose skin and stuff.
They think their skin's so loose it counts as clothes. And it's the opposite.
And it's
Again, I can't explain it, but like when I'm like in the locker room and I'm walking by like naked old men, I'm like, okay, if I wasn't wearing clothes and they weren't wearing clothes, they'd still be more naked than me.
Right.
I don't even know how it's possible.
Well, because
also, they're just like walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe you just hit a certain age and you just like or really accept your flesh form.
Also, I swear to God, there's certain because we go to the gym pretty frequently, more because we're bored than we're like workout addicts. But like, there's like
You can say that. You can say that we're fucking fit.
Sure. But like, I'll see like old naked men in the locker room who I never see out in the gym, and I'm like, do you just come here to get naked?
No, they do. They go to sauna. They go to get naked and sit in the hot wood room.
What does that do? They're
I
just
think
all
they
naked.
think
they're
it's like
just
healthy
naked?
for you. Yeah, they just like think it's like healthy to sit naked in the sauna.
You know what's funny about like
What?
sauna culture is
Yeah.
people act like the sauna is some like health renaissance. It is the equivalent of you just like taking like a 30-minute hot shower. Do you know what I mean? Like the sauna is not special.
But sauna people would argue with you, and sauna people have a bunch of statistics about all the health benefits of saunaing. And like people in like especially Nordic countries, they claim that like 15 minutes of sauna a day makes you live like way longer.
But I would argue
so you can
this.
sauna more.
No, I would argue
Yeah.
this. I would argue those statistics that say you're healthier if you sauna 15 minutes a day
Yeah.
are really you're healthier if you're rich enough to afford a sauna to be in
That's so
15
real.
minutes
So
a day.
you think it's a correlation, not causation.
Exactly.
Like people who happen to sauna happen to live longer because if you have a sauna, that means you're in a different income bracket.
It's like being like saying like, oh, well, it's healthy to be a member of a country club because
Right.
country club members
Yes,
tend to live longer.
It's like you're just rich.
You're literally just rich.
Yeah, that's actually really real.
It's
I
a
think
rich
there's
thing.
you're not taking into consideration the fact that in order to sauna, one must have achieved a level of not only personal wealth, but free time.
Yes. So you're living a stress-free, rich life.
Right. Yeah. So that's why the sauna is good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, it's not the freaking sauna.
Yeah.
It's that freaking green money cash cheese.
It's like if I see like a homeless person like coughing, I should be like, hey man, you should try saunaing. Just 15 minutes. Just
15
sweat it
minutes a
out.
day. It'll prolong your life.
Yeah.
Your sad, poor life.
Your sad, poor life.
So our movie, The Prospect, no one saunas in it.
But there kind of are groups of teen boys.
There are groups
But
of
they're
teen
played by
boys.
people in their 20s.
Yes. There's just something so potent about teen male energy.
Dude, I'm thinking about like maybe next time I can try to bribe the teen boys to pretend to be homies with you.
That would be the meanest thing that anyone could do.
But also in order
if
to
you like paid the teen boys to pretend to be homies with me, I don't know if I could go on.
But that would mean I would have to approach the teen boys. And
Yeah.
then what if they then pretend to be homies with me? And I'm like, oh no, my own medicine.
Dude. Well, it reminds me of like the teen boys who they're all like tight with like one random female English teacher, and she's like, like, oh my God, Josh, stop. But then you're like everyone else is like, that poor lady's weird.
Well, I do remember like, cause I was in a class with like a lot of the guys who were like on the football team who were like a grade above me. Cause it was an AP class. So it was like people from multiple grades, and all the football guys would come in on like the day of a game and they're wearing their jerseys and they'd be like, hey, Mrs. S, are you coming to the game tonight? And she'd be like, oh, I might, I don't know. And I'm just kind of like, and I'm sitting there just like, I know I'm doing better on tests than these people. I get none of this respect.
Yeah.
I get none of this reaction.
But also it's like, does she get that they're like low key mocking her?
But do they get what they're doing?
Like,
do you know what I mean?
no, it's so
Sometimes
real. It's so real. Does anyone know what's going on? I mean, I would say high school English teachers and teenage football players, those are two types of people who I think they are completely governed by their subconscious.
That's so true.
Like they're not woke. They're not like awake.
Yeah.
Like they're not on the same level of consciousness as you or I, Midnight Milkshake listener genius, me, Midnight Milkshake podcast host genius.
They're moving purely on instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of them are, dare I say, like passive participants in their life. Like the reason they even play football is because like their dad said.
Yeah, their dad said.
And the reason that lady's an English teacher is because she like didn't know what she wanted to do.
And so she's just
she's
here.
like, I like to read sexy fae books.
Yeah.
I guess I'll teach English.
Yeah, and it is just like because like the boys talking to her that way makes her feel young. She's like, I'm just like one of their like high school friends.
Yeah,
that's why they're so nice to me.
Yeah.
And then they kind of flirting with her makes their teacher kind of forget that they have never done a homework assignment throughout the whole semester.
Exactly. Yeah. They're trying to get in the good graces of someone who could give them a better grade.
Yeah. And she's trying to, I don't know, gaslight herself into thinking she's 17.
Right.
And that's, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There might be a lot wrong with that.
I mean, maybe there's something wrong with that.
I don't know. Dana and I were actually on set filming some promo for our movie that we've talked about.
Heard of it? The Prospect? Available to buy around February 3rd. Trailer drops Friday, January 23rd.
Heard of it?
Heard of it?
But we were on set shooting promo, so we had to have a wag walker come and walk our dog. And while we're on set, Dana gets a message from this wag walker, and this is the exact message.
Okay. This is from Walter H. Walter H has walked 1,006 dogs. That's in his profile. He's done 1,006 walks for wag. Not sure if this is normal, but we were trying to eat our poop as it was coming out of our butt. I've never seen that before. So if this seems weird, we noticed a couple weeks ago, maybe Biter had started to try to eat his poop out of his butt while he's pooping.
As he's pooping.
And we were kind of like, dogs be like, and so we just started to like yank him. Like every time we noticed like his head going to his butt, we're like, okay, no, you can't do that.
But we were like, hey, but this is something all dogs do.
We were like, dogs be eating the poop out of their butt. Walter H., who's walked 1,006 dogs, said, I've never seen that before, which would imply that Biter is the only dog who's doing this.
Also, he opens with, not sure if this is normal. It's like, sounds like you are sure it's not normal.
You're sure it's not normal because you've never seen it before and you've done 1,006 walks for wag.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were blown away by that.
Hey, not sure if this is crazy or not.
We were trying to eat our poop.
Also, at that point, drop the little cutesy wee talk.
Yeah, just say your dog is disgusting.
Say your dog's gross.
There's something freaking wrong with your pup.
Yeah. Don't say, well, your doggo and I were trying to have a little poop snack, and I've never really... Just say it's weird.
Also, not sure if this is normal. I've never seen this before. Like, you're an expert, Walter.
You've walked 1,000
You've walked 1,000 dogs. You know what's normal.
If you can't say what's normal, who can?
Who can?
Who can?
Who else has the data?
It does seem like since we've tried to like stop our dog from eating his own poop, he has kind of stopped. But to me, that's almost weirder because it's like he knew he was doing something wrong then.
Right.
He knew he was doing some crime against nature.
Yeah.
Also, it is funny where every time your dog is somehow being watched by someone else and you get a message, your immediate assumption is, oh, the dog's dying or dead.
Yeah.
So any message that isn't that feels like a relief. But this was one where it's like, yeah, I guess I'm relieved the dog's not dying or dead. There may be some psychological problems at play here.
I was surprised to find out that it clearly is not normal. I literally did. I truly thought it was like a degree of normal.
Because to me, like, dogs are always sniffing each other's butts, and they're always smelling to see where other dogs have peed. So it seems like we're one step away from just eating their own
Also,
poop.
like, dogs are gross. And like people always talk about this, but like dog, like I think that's a phrase, like as a dog returns to its own vomit.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. Like dogs be eating their vomit.
Right?
Porque know their poop.
But also, I will say there is also a distinction. I'm so sorry for the gross thing I'm about to say.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like a dog pooping and then maybe coming back later, like sniffing or licking around it, versus
Yeah.
like Biter would be trying to get his poop hot off the presses. Like as it's coming out,
Well,
he would try to suck it into his mouth.
Yeah, he'd be like sucking on his rump like it was a frozen yogurt machine.
And by the way,
not to be gross.
Not to be gross. By the way, there is just sometimes he would stop to poop and he would like put his head back and then
Yeah.
there would be no poop on the ground. And I'm like, you ate it all.
He ate it all.
You ate it all.
He ate it all.
Now that I'm saying, I'm like, how did we ever convince
I
ourselves
don't
this was
know.
normal?
But now we know for sure it's not. So we will definitely be making sure that doesn't happen.
That our dog doesn't eat its own poop.
Yeah.
So great things are happening over here.
Yeah. We're really killing it.
We're really killing it. Oh, dude. Okay, this happened recently, and maybe it's a sign of weakness on my part. I would argue it's more confusion than weakness. We pull up to this gas station, and we're behind this pickup truck of like a bunch of guys working on the truck, and one of them's this like middle-aged bald guy with like a ton of tattoos. And then Dana and I, we just kind of walk past him into the gas station to get like a soda. And I will admit, as I walked by him, I thought like, wow, that's a tough-looking guy. Whew. And then as we're walking back, he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, bro, your sister's hot." I kind of looked at him and I went, "What?" And then he just went right back to working. But I'm like, I think what he was trying to say is Dana's hot.
Your sister?
But also,
like,
I'm like,
what? Like there were so many layers of disrespect.
Well, that's my thing. Where I'm
But-
like, it's like he catcalled you, but he did wrap it in something where I genuinely was confused.
No, we were both genuinely confused. Like both of us were like, what?
Because I was like, wait a minute, you think we're brother or sister? She's an entirely different race than me.
But then it's also like I'm right here. Like there were so many layers of like, was he trying to get you to punch him? But then he also immediately just turned away after he said it.
Yeah.
Your sister's hot. Was I supposed to fight him? Like just so many questions. Like what would have been the logical response or behavior?
Because also for one thing, also here's the problem.
Yeah.
I was so confused that by the time I even rationalized what had happened, too many seconds had gone by for anything to happen.
Well, I was also saying there's room for like gross misinterpretation where it's like maybe I think that he was talking to me saying my sister was hot and he was calling Robert a girl.
I don't actually think there is room for that interpretation.
But
In
I'm
what
just
world?
saying it was so confusing.
No.
Maybe that's what was
So
going
you
on.
thought when he said, "Hey, your sister's hot," he was talking to you, and he was saying, "That guy's so feminine. I'm gonna look to the 4'11" Filipina girl and say that he is her sister." You think that's on the table?
I think it's on the table.
I doubt
I
that.
would think there was so much confusion. What I know is that man is not an effective communicator because if his intention was to offend, we were too confused to be offended.
Yeah.
If his intention was to compliment, we were too confused to be complimented.
Yeah.
We were just really confused. I mean, he was an artist of confusion and chaos.
And then, of course, to turn right back and go back to working on the truck. Like, it's just like, explain yourself. Not even in a
yeah,
confrontation.
no,
Like, hey,
like,
what do you mean by
can
that?
you? Hey, what do you mean by that?
Just run that back.
Also, someone commented that. Did we already talk about this? How someone thought we were siblings,
And we were just like,
and
you
we're
can't.
just like, you don't.
That's
We're
one of the things.
siblings.
Like, we're dressed the same, but also, like, you guys have object permanence. Like, you
Right.
know what clothes are.
Yeah,
We just put on the same.
We just put on the same clothes.
Anyone can put on the same clothes.
How does object permanence relate to this?
You know that even though you know that
I don't think it does.
Dude,
to
I don't
be
know,
honest.
man. Can I be honest with you? I'm just your dumb
Object
sister.
permanence is
I'm
when,
just your
like-
dumb idiot sister. What do I
Yeah,
know?
you're so true.
But also
and you're hot.
But that'd be
Hot.
weird too. Like, was he? No, I don't even want to give your theory credence because for you to even think of that is somehow the most insulting thing of all. This.
What do you mean? I was trying to
Why would
deconstruct.
I
I'm
be
like,
the sister?
I'm just trying to think of every possible thing that could be meant by it.
Yeah. Because also to be like, hey, your girlfriend's hot.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
Hey, your friend's hot.
Yeah.
It's the, hey, your sister's hot. I'm like, what?
But are we giving off a brother sister vibe?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Again, we kind of talk similarly.
Yeah, but he didn't even hear us talk.
That's
He doesn't
another
know
thing.
anything of our dynamic.
Well, that's another thing.
that
where
was
it's
like mostly what it was.
It's like, how does he even know to your thing where it's like he's your sister? How does he even know that I kind of give off a feminine vibe?
I mean, this man truly sent us for a loop.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was an agent of confusion and chaos.
Yeah.
And
And
again,
the other people he was working on the truck with didn't even look up. They're
no,
just
but
like,
no, I think there was a younger boy who maybe was his son
yeah.
who like looked back at us and was like looking at us. Like he was confused too.
Well,
like
then
he was like, what did my dad mean?
Maybe that's why his dad was trying to teach him a lesson. He's driving him home and he's like, now, what do you think I meant by telling that feller his sister's hot?
What do you think I was trying to do?
It's like, oh,
There.
well, I don't know. I part of me thought you were talking to the girl and saying that the fella was the hot sister. And the dad goes, good. You're getting better.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But anywho, it is. And by the way, right after this, we were driving home, and then there was someone being arrested on the side of the road, and the cops had them like up against the cop car. And I was looking as I'm driving. I looked, and I was just looking at like this, what was going on, and the criminal being arrested, or maybe criminal, but the guy being arrested, the perp looked up, and then him and I made eye contact, and I'm just like, and it was just like, man, this is a weird drive. This is a weird drive.
Yeah.
Again,
the vibes were all off.
Actually, nothing has really gone wrong. Get this is just weird. To make eye contact with a perp.
To make eye contact with someone in a very low moment.
Yeah. And then suddenly I'm probably in his memory.
Yeah. And also to be mistaken for my sister all in one drive.
It's brutal.
It's brutal out here, as Olivia Rodrigo
The
would
only
say.
thing that would be worse is if we were getting back to our car and the guy didn't turn, but all his like young teen sons turned, and they turned to you and they're like, hey, Dana, want to be our friend?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, seriously, for real, there's nothing that like kind of terrifies me more.
Can I be
than-
honest? I did that once. I was fucking with someone and I was like, hey, let's be best friends. I did that one time. I have to own that.
Did you do it to someone like me?
There was no one like you. Who's like you? There was no one like you.
Like a sad girl.
And I'll tell you
like a
from my
sad
perspective, I
loser.
legit thought I was just kind of being playful and fun.
See, I'm like, it's all playful and fun until like it's like you don't realize that that's the only social interaction that person's had in like 2 weeks. And I'm sorry to be so self-victimizing about it, but like truly, you guys.
No, I agree. It's
No,
valid.
like the amount of like also older guys who would like pretend to be friends with me like as a joke. You should all be in jail.
Here's
just
what
kidding. I forgive you. You were in high school.
Oh, okay. When you said older guys, here's what I will say. I would also sometimes have popular girls pretend to be friends with me. So I think that
Okay.
I did get that. That's a thing too.
Well, I guess what goes around comes around.
So I think that
here's what I'll
everyone's
say
getting
about
it.
me: never pretended to be friends with anyone.
You were, yeah. If you were trying to be friends with someone, it was all real.
It was for real.
It was real.
And I probably came on way too strong.
Yeah.
I look back to and I'm like, I think I came on way too strong.
Yeah.
In friendships.
I look back and I go, I didn't come on strong enough because people would like be like,
Yeah.
hey, Robert, want to hang out? And I'd just be like, and I'd leave,
Yeah.
and then I'd leave silently and be
Yeah.
like, why doesn't anyone want to hang out with me?
Yeah.
It's like because literally I've run from social
Yeah.
interaction. I sprint away.
It's interesting because I also did that. Like, I don't know. I think I was just really like socially, dare I say, they have a term for it already. Socially awkward. They
Yeah.
have a term for it.
They invented it.
They invented it already. Socially
Zoinks.
awkward. I was freaking weird.
You know what? You ever think about this?
Yeah.
It's like how popular I can't even say it.
Popular.
This is how it's so foreign to me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how popular you are in high school. It really depends on just like what mix of personalities you happen to get in your class. Because there were some
Yeah.
other grades I noticed where like the popular people, I'm like, you wouldn't be popular if you were in our grade.
Yeah.
And there's like unpopular people where I'm like, you probably would thrive in that grade.
Yeah.
Everyone acts like every like high school class is the same and grade is the same. It's like, no, like there's like a different mix of personalities where I'm like, you're only popular because you're in our grade.
No, 100%. I mean, I think it's like a lottery. It's a kind of a crapshoot. It's like different personalities thrive amongst different personalities. Also, a different number of a type of
Yeah.
personality. I mean, high schools are fascinating from an anthropological standpoint and sociological
the experience
standpoint.
is universal in
Yeah.
some ways, but in other ways, like, yeah, if you're popular in high school, it's nice, but also like what makes you popular is different.
Yeah.
It really does vary.
That is very true.
Because sometimes it's like, oh, you're popular if you've got like, dude, there was a girl in like either the grade above me or two where she was like the main theater kid girl, and I swear to God, she was cool. And then none of the theater kid girls, you know, not to paint with too broad a brush,
Yeah.
were cool in any other grade.
But it's like interesting because you never know exactly why someone's popular because people have a myriad of attributes that sometimes you're not privy to. Like, okay, like for example, it's like sometimes you don't even realize like someone's popular because like their older brother who's 3 grades above you guys is really cool.
Exactly, yes.
And it takes you like a year to even realize that that's her brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and you don't know, you're like, oh, all the teachers like really like her. Why is that? It's like, oh, because her brother was cool 3 years ago or something. And I'm like, again, there's so many factors that go into it that you don't see. Or you like, again, okay, I think this is really interesting because, okay, so I went to public school, all of my school, but there were whatever, like 6 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and then 2 main high schools that filter in from all of those elementary and middle schools. And it's so fascinating. Your freshman year, what? Is this
I'm listening
boring?
to you.
Your freshman year, you get there and a bunch of people have context for other people that you don't understand. So there's like a girl or like a guy and they're like, you think they're really freaking weird, but like they have like a million, they have a whole posse and you're just like really confused. And it takes you so long to figure out what makes them special. And like, you know, a lot of times it's like, oh, that guy, guess what? His parents have a wood fire pizza oven. And it's industrial grade.
Yeah.
That was the person at my high school. I was like, why does everyone love him? The freaking pizza oven, man. Like it was the pizza oven. He was the pizza oven. Sorry. But like that's, and you're like, what? Like, and then you're like, why is everyone kissing this kid's ass? They want pizza.
They want
They
pizza.
just want some fucking wood-fired pizza.
Yeah. And if you knew that, you'd be desperate to be his friend.
And if I had known, but I didn't figure out, I didn't peep the game. I didn't peep the pizza game until like we were seniors.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh yeah, we were making pizza at Blank's house. Because everyone would know who I'm talking about because he's the only one with the fucking industrial wood fire pizza oven. Oh yeah, I'm making pizza. Like, oh. And then finally it all clicks into place. All of those years, everyone's talking up to this kid, me going, oh, why? What's the big deal with him? The fucking pizza oven.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then meanwhile, to you, you're wondering why you're not popular. You have the best clothes. You're really funny. You have like a great personality. You have the latest cell phone. And everyone's like, hey, Dana, you're pretty cool. We should hang out. And you're like, yeah, we should make some pizza. And they're like, great, we should make some pizza. Like, how do you propose we do that? And you're like, I don't know. I can order Domino's. And they're like, we're never speaking to Dana again.
Yeah, like Domino's. She doesn't have a pizza oven?
Yeah, there was a brother-sister duo a couple grades above me where they kind of gave off, you know, in the way that a lot of brother-sister duos do. I think they might have been twins. They kind of gave off vaguely incestuous vibes.
Yeah.
Not there's twins in my grade who did not do that. So I want to be clear, I'm not talking about them. But like, but they were both popular. But I think the reason they were popular is because they had been going to that school since like kindergarten.
Yeah.
So it's like if that brother-sister duo entered school 10th grade, they would not be popular.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, what the fuck? Are they trying to fuck each other?
Yeah.
But because they've been going to the same school since kindergarten, they're just like, yep, that's them.
Yeah.
They kind of put off that vibe.
Or you also realize a lot of times it's like kids will be popular because they're family friends with a more popular group of kids.
That's very common.
And like that also is real as fuck where it's like you're like, why does anyone hang out with like that guy? And you're like, oh, it's because actually his parents are best friends with this other family kids' parents, and that those kids are really popular, and he just gets like the runoff of that.
But I also think this is interesting because this is what I mean too, where like it depends on the mix of kids you happen to have in your class. Like if your class happens to have like 10 guys who are all good at football, then the football guys are cool. But if your class only happens to have like a couple guys who are good at football and they're maybe like weird, like they happen to be good at football in an offensive line way as opposed to a like wide receiver quarterback way, suddenly they're not cool.
Yeah.
Because there's like really great football players in my high school, lame and weird.
Yeah. Well,
Lame
okay,
and weird.
I think that's something you don't realize about like the sports tropes and stuff like that, the jock cheerleader trope. And I only knew this because I made varsity cheer my freshman year of high school. Obviously, if you're familiar with my lore, I gained 40 pounds my first semester of freshman year, and I got slow ghosted from the team. Whatever, doesn't matter. But what I realized
doesn't matter. Brings it up every second of every day. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But what I realized by doing cheer and making like the varsity cheer squad was that it's not varsity cheer that makes you popular. It's the kind of person who generally makes varsity cheer that happens to already be popular.
Yeah.
And so like I think there were 5 freshman girls who made varsity cheer, and of those 3 girls, they were going to be popular regardless of what sport they did or didn't
In a
do.
way, it's the sauna thing.
It's the sauna theory.
It's the sauna
theory.
thing.
Like, it's like, no, like, yeah.
You're not popular because you do cheer.
Right.
The type of girl who's popular often also does cheer.
Yes, exactly. It's correlation, not causation. And so I'm over here going, surely I will do the thing that causes me to be popular. No, because I'm not popular in here. Like, I wasn't popular in my heart. And so it didn't matter what popular activity that I partook in. It wasn't going to help my situation.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I was just really off-putting.
Yeah.
And there's no substitute for off-putting. There's no activity that you can do that will make it so people aren't off-put by you.
And obviously, look, I was bad at sports and unpopular, all of the above. So I'm saying this from the bottom of the well, right? So I want to be clear. I'm not trying to act like I had it all figured out. I do not. But like, there would be so many guys who were great at football. Like, actually, like, they were the jock stereotype, except for no one wanted to be around them. Like, they would score a touchdown in like the state championship, come to the sideline. Everyone's like, hey man, great catch. And he's like, awesome. Want to hang out later? And they're like, I've got a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you know what the real thing is? That maybe this is crazy. The real thing to like be popular or excel in any social situation is you have to be authentically yourself.
You have to be yourself.
And if you are confident in who you are, that's what people like.
100%.
And it is crazy. Like, that's something like everyone always told you. It's like, it was true.
It was true.
What they told you in kindergarten is true. The golden rule, I see why it's golden. It's true. Do unto others.
Do unto others as you would have them to do is really real. Also, again, I literally do think what goes around comes around. Like, I truly think that's real as fuck.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, it's so funny to grow up and just realize, like, oh, like, I had to be genuinely unapologetically myself the whole time, and I would have found my people. But I think the reason a lot of people get talked out of being themselves is especially people with like big personalities. When you're in elementary school, like, it's really easy to kind of get shut down.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to realize like, oh, it's easier for a little while to not be myself. But then come like high school, college, it's like, if you aren't yourself by then, you're fucked.
You're
kind
fucked.
of.
You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
Well, you got to figure out
how
who
to be
you
yourself.
are.
Yes.
And then once you crack who you are, you're like, man, I wish I just knew who I was.
Right. I wish I knew who I was. And a lot of people say that where identity is always something that you return to. It's something we're always returning to. It's not something that you create. It's something you return to.
But I'll be honest, I feel
true.
like I was searching for identity into my mid-20s. I feel like I was still searching for identity.
Yes. I
Like,
think that's
who
true.
am I? What do I do?
Yeah. Who am I and what do I do? But also you realize so much of who you are is what you do.
And that's the real
also
thing.
really freeing and helpful, where it's like the thing I do is a huge part of who I am. It's not all of who I am, but it's a huge part of it.
Yeah. Well, that is also the thing. Sometimes those gurus are always like, in your 20s, don't give a shit about anything. Just work a job you hate. Who even cares? You're trying to grind. Just do a job you hate. I'm like, dude, you should like what you do every day. You should like it. I'm not saying this in some I know most people don't. But I'm just like, I've worked jobs where I didn't. But I'm like, just keep that in the back of your mind. Your North Star is like, I should be trying to get to a place that I want to be in. Well, that was, you know what? I had wanted to quit my office job for a long time. And you know what like finally pushed me over the edge? Someone being like, oh, you should just quit.
Yeah.
And I did. And I did kind of run out of money. But then I worked odd jobs and I did a 2-week paid training for a data entry job. And then as soon as the 2 weeks was up, I quit. But I had the paid training.
And there are lots of little hacks like this in the Matrix.
Yeah. It's not a crime, is it?
No, it's not a crime.
Okay.
To just do 2 weeks of paid training. No.
Also, again, when I called at the end of that 2 weeks and I said I was quitting, they literally were so chill that I'm like, oh, people do this all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not even a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal. But just remember, how you spend your days is how you spend your life. That's true.
It is.
And also, I think like the more you do stuff you don't like, the more you're like manifesting more stuff you don't like.
But then you do stuff you do like and you're like double down, triple down.
Double down, triple down.
Love that.
Never stop. Hey, yo.
Enough said.
Enough said. And that's
Well,
it.
I think one thing we should end, maybe we should just by reiterating them that
we wrote and directed a comedy feature film called The Prospect that's available to buy or rent February 3rd on all platforms. Trailer drops Friday, January 23rd. Enough said.